Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. My name is Jake and welcome back to another video. A video that is well overdue, I think we can all agree. Today I am going to be talking about my application to join the British Army. This is the first video I have made on this subject in about a year. First of all, I just want to say I haven't been ignoring you all. Those of you that have been leaving comments on the numerous videos I've been uploading over the last few months, I have seen them. A few of you I've replied to, a few of you I have not, and that's because I always intended to make this video. And all the questions that was being asked were kind of along the same lines anyway. Do you have a start date? Blah, blah, blah. Now, it has been a year, as I've just mentioned, since my last military video. So I'm just going to bring people up to speed that may have forgotten or are not quite familiar with my story. So about a year and a half ago, I decided to apply to join the British Army. And about a year ago, I attended the assessment centre at Lichfield. Now, I attended the overnight stay, I believe it's now a 2-night stay, and got the thumbs up, got the green light. I passed everything that was required of me, both academic and also physical tests. That meant I was eligible to join the Royal Engineers within one of their technicians' trades. Now, so far, my story has been exactly the same as probably yours watching this. However, the difference for me is I am still at the top end of the age bracket for the regular army. Now, the good news is because a year ago I passed the assessment centre, that age bracket was actually extended by 6 months. So I believe from passing that, so long as I start basic training before the age of 36 and 6 months, we should be okay. However, the reason I'm making this video is to tell you all that that will not be happening. Now, some time ago, I decided to actually withdraw my application. So I am not joining the British Army anymore. Now, I appreciate that might disappoint some of you. Some of you may want to just dislike the video because of that or unsubscribe, because I appreciate a lot of you have come to this channel for the army. But what I will say to you people is just stick around for a little bit longer, okay? Because there's still going to be military content appear on the channel. And that is also kind of what I want to talk about in today's video. You know, the channel going forward, because over the last year or so, I've actually really enjoyed this YouTube nonsense. But first, before we go any further talking about the channel and the future of the channel, let me just explain to you why I've withdrawn my application. So about this time last year, when I passed the assessment centre, everything was great, and all I was really waiting for was a start date to be confirmed for phase 1 training. And as the months or the weeks turned into months, found myself around about April, March this year having a sit down and a heart to heart with my nearest and dearest, you know, my family. And together we spoke about it, we weighed up the pros and the cons, and together we came to a decision. We're maybe joining the army at my age, at this stage in my life, might not have been the best choice or decision that I could be making. So there are actually a couple of reasons for withdrawing this application. The main reason, and to be fair, it could just be the only reason, it isn't, but the main reason is for my little girl. And the last year, she started school a year ago, and I got really used to just taking her to school and picking her up again, and you know, having that kind of home family life. And I accept that if I had joined the army, I would have lost that. And I don't think I was prepared to do that. Now, at the time of applying, she wasn't actually in school. And although it was something that was in the back of my mind, I felt as if I crossed that bridge when I came to it and everything would be okay. It would all fall into place. But in reality, yeah, things change, feelings change, and something had to give. and that something was a potential career in the British Army. Now, alongside the main reason, there was lots of other little reasons. Reasons such as just me, my body, my age, okay? Things are aching today that 2-3 years ago, like muscles and stuff, they wouldn't ache quite as much as what they do now. And I think that's just a sign of, I am approaching, the halfway point of my life on Earth. And so I thought, the army, the job that I was choosing, it's quite a robust job. You need to be physically fit, and although I am physically fit, it's the older I get, the more you naturally drop off in how quick you are, in terms of, your reaction times, how much weight you can carry, X, Y, and Z, okay? And I just felt that it was a risk to put myself through army basic training, excuse me, coffee. I've been drinking a lot more of this the older I'm getting, I noticed that a lot. So through army basic training and also phase 2 training at the School of Engineering, where you have to do your combat engineering course and stuff like that, it is quite a physically demanding experience. And I was kind of thinking that, although I don't doubt I could do it, if I did pick up an injury and I was required to leave the military for whatever reason, then I would find myself unemployed, with a family to support and a mortgage to pay. Everything's going up, cost of living and all this, that and the other. So I did an adult decision. I adulted and decided that, the best course of action is to stay in the job that I hate kind of ride that wave and see where it takes me, which brings me on to the next thing that I've got to share with you guys today, because I actually do have a new job. In fact, at the time of spat everywhere, literally just spat everywhere. In fact, at the time of recording this video right now, I'm currently on holiday, okay? I'm in between jobs, okay? I did my very last shift at my old employer last Friday. I am done there, and I start my new job with my new employer Monday, just a few days away. Now I'm not going to go into too much details on what I'm going on to do. All I will say is it's within the rail industry, which is an industry, aside from the military, that I have been trying for many years actually to try and break into. And anybody that's ever applied for a job at one of the big rail companies in Britain, you'll know it's not the easiest job to or a career to break into at entry level. It's not impossible, because obviously people do it. But if you get into that sort of sector as a career, and you've got something about you, and you want to be, you can get on in life. You can, it can open a lot of doors for a very good career. And ultimately, the reason why I applied to join the army in the first place is because I was miserable in my old job, and I wanted a career. I wanted something new, something fresh. I wanted something where I could see a clear road, a clear path in front of me of where I want to be and what I want to do, and be successful and earn lots of money and, and have all the nice things in life. And when I applied to join the Royal Engineers, my original plan was to train within a technician's trade as a plumber or as an electrician, something along those lines, give 6 years of my life to the army, leave in my early 40s, and then work the rest of my working life as a tradesman, and hopefully, bring in the big bucks. That isn't happening, but this company I am now an employee of, from what I've read online about them, from what I've heard word of mouth from people that know people that work for them, it is a very good company that I'm going to. There is going to be so many doors and opportunities available to me in the years to come after, getting my feet under the table and performing in this entry-level job that I've gone in to do. and I'm happy, and that's key here. I'm happy. Before I was unhappy, and I felt, and I was maybe trying to just, what's the word I'm looking for? What I'm trying to say is I didn't want to come across as, I'm grasping with two hands the first thing that came along in order to drag me out of the mud, if you like, and the place I was currently at. But when I saw that I could join the army in that role, I kind of did throw my eggs in one basket. So I hope you understand where I'm coming from now. I hope you understand my reasonings for withdrawing my overall application to join the army. There's no plan to become a reservist or anything like that. It was mentioned to me when I spoke to the careers advisor at my local careers office. She asked if I would consider the reserves instead. And I'm not going to rule that out. I'm not going to close that book completely, but I do want to see how I get on in my new job first before I even consider that. But that is a possibility in the future, and of course, if I do decide to do that in the years to come, I will be making a video about it, and you will find out. Okay, so but as far as the regular army is concerned, there is a line under that, and even if tomorrow I woke up and there was something, if I woke up tomorrow and then there was like, you know what, screw it, I am going to join the regular army, I can't, because I'm too old now. I'm too old to actually apply. That's sad in itself, not because I'm too old to apply the army, but just thinking that, I am approaching middle age. Yikes. And I suppose with me as well, and a man of my age, I was at a crossroads. I could either go left or right or straight on, and straight on for me it was always just going to be a long, boring road, safe road, but long and boring. There's no satisfaction from it. I could have gone left, which I saw as the army. As it's turned out, I've gone right, and I'm going to this new world, this new sort of environment in the rail industry, which I am really excited to get involved in. I'm really excited to start, which sounds strange because it's still working for a living, but it does. The company excites me. Okay, so that's where I'm at, ladies and gentlemen. So just want to reiterate, if you watch these videos or you have subscribed to the channel for military videos and to follow my journey to joining the British Army, I fully understand right now if you want to unsubscribe and not come back. Because at the end of the day, that's what brought you to the channel in the first place. What I will say is this video isn't going to be the last military video, because as I've mentioned in the past, I like to do fitness videos. In fact, the last video I uploaded was an unboxing of my new adjustable weights, which if you haven't seen, go and watch. Link in somewhere on the screen or description or whatever. So now that the bulk of the channel, like the military videos, which was the bulk of the channel, now it's getting moved to one side slightly. I need to find a way forward to continue the channel, which I want to do. But I still want to do military videos. I still want to help lads and lasses out there that are looking at the army as a viable career choice. And I think if you are looking at that, then more power to you. I do think, especially the Royal Engineers, which is what I was going into, I think that is the way forward. I think they've got some brilliant trades on offer. And if you're in that age bracket of 18 to 24, and you kind of like wondering what you want to do in life and you're not quite sure, then I think, just to commit to 4 years in the army just to get a trade, I think is more than worth it. And I want to be here for you guys. Okay, so the videos that I have made up to now, they're not going anywhere. They're going to stay on the channel for you to watch and learn from and get tips from. And there will be more videos in the future as well, about how to get fit for basic training, for instance, how to maintain your fitness and what you need to really be doing, what you really need to be focusing on in order to get through phase 1 training, really. Like I said, with me, maybe it was kind of like psychological, I don't know, but I thought with my age being against me, it would be extremely difficult. But if you're young enough to do it, go and do it. And say the videos that I will be making will be aimed at you guys, and hopefully you can either follow and emulate what I'm showing you, or just maybe incorporate it into your own personal routines and things like that. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing going forward. More like sort of hints and tips videos, what to expect, when you join, kind of, the recruitment process and how to, just that kind of stuff. There will be military stuff appear on the channel, I promise you that. Also, in terms of other topics that I like, I've already mentioned fitness, so we're going to be doing ramping that up a little bit. I like games, gaming, stuff like that. I built my own gaming PC. Again, that video is on the channel for those of you that haven't seen it. I encourage you to go and watch it, give it a good thumbs up while you're there. I made the video a few months ago for about video games at the E3 conference, the Xbox showcase thing. I want to do more of that sort of thing, mainly because it interests me. I enjoy doing it, and if you enjoy doing it, even if 10 people watch it, then there's no harm in it, is there really? So games in general, I have contemplated in the past of actually doing video games on the channel, but then every time I've done something, I've either uploaded it and then deleted it, or just haven't uploaded it, because I'm not quite sure on the reception that it would receive, especially seeing as the channel up to now hasn't been a gaming channel. I mean, I did consider creating a new channel, but then it's like starting again from scratch, trying to build up a subscriber base. And at the moment, from a year and a half ago to now, if you just said that, look, you've got, I know it's not going to sound like a lot, but if you've got 330 plus subscribers and you've got, thousands and thousands of views on your videos, and mainly the military videos, admittedly, I would be like, what? That's crazy. And I just want to try and continue that and try and build something and just do something as a hobby more than anything that I enjoy. So I'm hoping there isn't a mass exodus of subscribers. If you've got any questions that you want to ask me about my journey so far, about the army, what to expect, how to conduct yourself, by all means write them in the comments. If we ever hit any crazy subscriber milestones in the future, then I may do like a Q&A video in the future and just sort of compile the questions that people have asked over the last year or so and do a video like that. That's another idea, I suppose, but that, like I said, I don't want to just randomly do a video about Q&As or anything like that. Just, if it's a milestone, that's kind of what people do, isn't it? On YouTube, those content creators. I think I'm a content creator now. I think I can safely call myself one of those. Yeah, I can put that hat on. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at now, ladies and gents. It's probably time for me to sign off. I've not really got much else to say to you, other than if you are in the process of joining the military, be it the Army, Air Force, Navy or whatever, then good luck to you. I hope you achieve your goals and what you have set out to achieve. It's just, for me, my military story, temporarily, because I may look into the reserves in the future, but for now it is very much on hold, maybe indefinitely. Like I said, like and subscribe if you feel me worthy, and I'll see you guys on the next video, where I will be lifting heavy stuff like this. Doodle pip.